Samsung's Galaxy Note 20 series started out as the company's premium business offerings for those who want a big screen and a stylus to get work done with. Now, however, these are mid-year flagship refreshes with all the latest features and technology. We've got one of the most premium and expensive models in the line so far, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. Here's our quick unboxing and first impressions. But before we get started, please do remember to subscribe to the Gadgets 360 channel and hit the bell icon so you know whenever we post a new video. So we have the Note 20 Ultra 5G with us, which is the higher end of two Note models that are launching this year. And as the Ultra in the name suggests, you get a 108 megapixel camera. So let's have a quick look at the box and then of course get to the phone itself. Here we can see the fairly minimalist packaging with only N20 and the name of the device printed on the bottom. There is of course the S Pen highlighted prominently, and we can see it in bronze because this is the Mystic Bronze version of the device that we have with us right now. Fairly plain and simple box with absolutely nothing on it. So let's just rip the seal open. And the phone is the first thing that we see right on top. It is surprisingly not covered in plastic or any other protective layer, but that might just be for our review unit. You can take this sticker off. So immediately we can see that it is flat on the top and bottom and curved on the sides with this extremely prominent camera bulge here at the back. That is quite thick. Let me turn the phone on and put that down while I look at the rest of the box contents. Here's the charger, which is fairly chunky. Then of course we have a USB Type-C cable, and that's Type-C on both sides. And finally, I can see an AKG logo, which means that this is the headset. And yes, it is the typical relatively high-end headset with extra ear tips and a braided cable and AKG tuning. This phone also does not have a 3.5mm audio socket, so we get a Type-C connector for the headset. And that's about it. The box is surprisingly simple. We don't get a case. We also do not get extra S Pen tips or the little tweezer tool to change them that previous models have come with. So here we have the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G all set up and ready to go. You can see the screen, which is curved a little bit at the sides. This is a gigantic 6.9-inch screen, and the borders on the top of the bottom are also fairly slim, though this phone is still quite bulky. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra has a 6.9-inch screen, while the smaller Galaxy Note 20 has a 6.7-inch screen, which is still pretty large. These are both dynamic AMOLED panels, and each phone has a 120Hz refresh rate. We have an embedded camera right at the top over here in the center. We have the power and volume buttons on the right and nothing on the left, not even a Bixby button, which will be a surprise. We have the SIM tray on the top. Now this is a dual SIM phone, but it has two physical slots and can also accept an eSIM, so you can use either a second physical SIM or an eSIM. You can't use all three at the same time. But if you use an eSIM, that frees up the second slot for a micro SD card because it is a hybrid. So on the bottom we have a speaker and the USB Type-C port, and interestingly the S Pen has been shifted to the left with this generation. There we can see it. Still slightly flat, and it still has one button. With the Galaxy Note 20 series, Samsung introduces some new features for the S Pen and claims that you'll get a lifelike pen-on-paper experience with reduced latency. Here's a little helpful hint telling us what we can do with the S Pen. And now let's talk about the cameras. So of course we have a 108 megapixel primary rear camera, which is the main selling point of the Ultra version of the Galaxy Note 20. We also have a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera and a 12 megapixel telephoto camera, as well as laser autofocus and a distance sensor. Now let's talk about the core specifications that you get, at least on the Galaxy Note and Note 20 Ultra in India. So the front and the back of the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra are made of Corning's new Gorilla Glass Victus, while the Galaxy Note 20 is made of polycarbonate. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra in India will be 5G enabled, while the Galaxy Note 20 will not. You'll only get an LTE version of the smaller version as of now. On the Ultra, we have 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage, while the LTE version of the Galaxy Note 20 has 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. You get Samsung's own in-house Exynos 990 SoC, but international versions of this phone ship with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 865+. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra has a 4500 mAh battery. You can charge up to 50% in 30 minutes. That was our unboxing and quick first look at the new Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. Thanks for watching. Our full review is coming up soon, but in the meanwhile, for all things tech, do stay tuned to Gadgets360.com.